So in a recent interview with GeekWire, Phil Spencer opened up about the screw-up that was the Xbox One launch reveal, and he stated that the team is focused not on beating the PS4, but on regaining fan trust. He said he didn't realize when he first took the position just how much damage the reveal actually did, not just to consumer and gamer confidence, but also to the team who had worked to build Xbox. I mean, you have people who gave up their lives for several months and gave up their weekends in order to build this product, and then you have the leadership team come in and make decisions that might have been good for Microsoft, you know, push and connect, always on connection, won't play used games. I mean, might have been good from a business standpoint, but it was horrible for gamers. And so he said they sat down and started, you know, asking, are we building a product? Do we have a product that's good for Microsoft, or are we building a product that's good for gamers? And if you build a product that's good for gamers, then it's going to sell and everything else is going to fall into place. So he said now the focus is on making sure that they're bringing in new people to the system and that those people are happy with the product that they have. And he says they still got a long ways to go before they get that message out to the public. He said he was at a GameStop conference just a few weeks ago with thousands of GameStop managers, and he said still there were tons of managers who approached him and stated that people still walk in almost every day and make statements about how the Xbox One can't play used games. There's still that idea that it can't play used games, even though it's played used games since it first launched. And you know the saying, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And there's a lot of misconceptions still about the Xbox. I mean, I hear all the time people still say that, you know, Halo the Master Chief Collection is still broken, even though I can get on and been able to get on for months now, and it's worked just fine for me. So a lot of articles actually came out this week claiming that Phil basically threw in the towel when it came to whether or not they could beat Sony in sales. And so they said that it made it appear or sound like Phil was giving up. But if you listen to his whole statement, you listen to that interview, I mean, I don't think anybody who listened to it would really come away with that perception at all. He acknowledged that Sony had a good lead, and he said that they have a good product, which they've earned that lead. But he also mentioned that Microsoft as a company wouldn't even rank Sony or Nintendo in the top 10 companies that they directly compete against. Yes, it might be a competitor for that division, but as far as Microsoft as a whole, they're kind of small potatoes. He said at first he was focused on sales when he took the job, but now he's just making sure that they're doing everything right for the console and making sure people are happy with the product. And if you make those decisions, everything else is going to fall in place where it should. He said regaining trust and mindshare with a gamer, though, is incredibly difficult. And that probably has a lot to do with the fact that people still believe the things that they first heard at the reveal. But that's also why the team has taken feedback and making improvements to the console pretty much every month. That's why you've got items like backwards compatibility here. They're putting a huge focus on delivering a number of quality AAA games. They've got a strong lineup not just at the end of this year, but also looking ahead to next year. And people tend to think that Xbox is losing big time, even though Xbox One continues to outpace the Xbox 360 in terms of sales for the same period. It's just that Sony is doing really freaking good. They're doing even better. But that doesn't translate into Xbox One doing bad at all when it comes to sales. And people who's been with this channel for a long time, they know that I gave Microsoft plenty of hell in the beginning. I was looking forward to the Xbox One at launch, and then after the reveal, I wasn't sure that I was ever going to own an Xbox One this generation. I felt like the decisions that were made were very anti-consumer, and if they weren't going to change, then I wasn't going to pick one up. And I told you plenty of things were missing. Some of the stuff seemed like a step backwards from the 360 whenever it first came out, especially looking at the dashboard and different features and things like that. But this is my philosophy that, you know, I have for other things in life also. I believe that it's important to get it right. And you may not get it right the first time, but as long as you get it right, that's what matters. And as a consumer, I felt that Microsoft has made the changes that needed to be made, and they have definitely improved leaps and bounds above where they were in the beginning. And I think they're making smart choices, and I think they're listening to the base. That's what I see. And I also think that they're kicking ass in features and quality AAA experiences. So for me, I've been happy, even though they may not be in the lead when it comes to sales. But I don't play sales, I play games.
Are you listening? Damn.